This is the series where I show you the best Rocket League settings, and if these help you, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what settings you want next. So I'm going to show you the best Dominus freestyle settings now, and field of view 110, and I'll actually chuck the distance down to 250 here. This is because I really like the camera close to my car. Height and angle -3 and 100. If you do more flip resets, maybe put this up to like 0.7, 0.6. Just experiment with that, as the higher the angle is, the better it is for flip resets. Then the distance, I would put it a bit higher if you do more flip resets, as I personally feel like that is the best trade-off. But I really like it close to my car, so I'm going to leave it at 250 for this video. Then I'm going to put the stiffness higher a bit to 0.65, as I really like that stiff camera where I can do my flip resets and I can do my freestyles and my camera doesn't really move that far away. And swivel speed, transition speed, just keep these around there, they don't really matter too much. And inverted swivel, I actually keep inverted swivel on. This is so when you're doing long air dribbles and multiple flip resets, the camera moves a bit differently in the air, and I really like that. I feel like that helps a lot for me. I'm not the best at these at the moment, but it's just how the camera moves here. You can really see the ball really well. I don't know if you could realise that or not. It is a very slight difference, but I do really like inverted swivel. But that's all of the camera settings. It's not too much explaining, to be honest. It's mainly my height and angle being at 100 and -3 to make my car more in line with the camera. This helps my ground freestyle a lot. I don't do a lot of ground freestyle, but I do also feel like this does help for my musties and stuff like that. But my controls now, all of these basically default. Power slide on L1, and I've got my arrow left and arrow right on R1 and L1, and the boost on circle. There's no point putting a boost on R1 or RB, it doesn't matter at all. Just leave it on default at circle. It does the exact same thing, and there's nothing you can do with it on R1 that you can't with on circle. Just get used to it and just improve your mechanics. It really doesn't matter that much. But that's all for the keybinds, and I'll show you my dead zones now for how I do stalls consistently like this, and how I, in general, have a good feel with the car. So I'd have 2.5 for both sensitivities. I feel like this helps a lot for my flip resets, for my musty flicks, and for my air dribbles. The lower down the better it is for air dribbles, the higher up the better it is for musty flicks and flip resets. Then my controller dead zone is 0.15. Find the minimum amount of controller dead zone for when you can stall consistently. I can stall consistently with 0.1, but I always prefer to just put on that 0.15, just because some days I feel inconsistent. But I do know people who have it at like 0.05, and they say there's no reason to change it. Like, you can consistently stall at a higher dead zone. I used to always be stuck in my way where I put it at 0.3, but I do generally feel like it's better to have it at 0.1 or 0.15. That's like a new thing that I've found, that I really do think it helps a lot having it at 0.15. So just put it at 0.15. You can have it a bit higher if you want, but just learn to stall with 0.15. And dodge dead zone, I've got it at 0.4. This is a perfect middle ground in my opinion, and just makes my car feel light, makes my car feel really good. There's not much else to say for these settings. I'm going to show you the rest of my settings after this, but make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what settings you want to see next, or any questions you have if you liked these settings, and I'll see you later in my future self. So the first important setting I would change is the nameplate scale. It's originally at 100%, but I think it's pretty important for you to put it up to 120%. I actually got this off watching Rizzo's video, and he said that he puts it up to 120%, and I do feel like it actually makes a difference in comp. It makes you see your opponents easier. It's just all around better for comp in my opinion. So I would give it a go, putting it up to 120%, as I feel like it actually does make a difference. Nameplate modes, default, match notifications. I think it has all when you start the game. So if you're new to the game, I would put this up on time updates only. It does make the screen a lot less cluttered, and it's just a lot better in my opinion for just playing in general. It makes the experience a lot better. And I think this is turned on originally. If you're new to the game, make sure to turn that off. And team coloured boost meter. If you've seen people play on like TikTok or YouTube or stuff like that, some of the time their boost meter is a bit different colour. A lot of people ask me, why is it that colour, or how do you make it that colour? And I see a lot of comments on other people's videos saying, how is it that colour? And that's because this is normally turned off and you want to turn that on. I feel like that actually makes the game look a lot better in my opinion. So make sure to turn that on, as that actually does make the game look really cool. And everything else in here is just default. So now on video settings, everything's on performance. Having everything on performance does make it look a lot better in my opinion. You might see some of the pros have like high quality, performance, quality or whatever. But I feel like most of the time, if anyone's got those settings on, it's to make their game look better for you to watch it, if you know what I mean. So when they're playing by themselves, they might have everything on performance. But when they're recording their videos or they're live streaming, they have it on quality to make their game just look better for the audience. So I feel like just keep it on performance. If your computer's really good, maybe change a few settings to see what you can get away with. But I feel like it's more important for your game to run smoothly than look better. So make sure to keep it the basic settings, and after you've kind of got your PC working well, then make the settings a bit higher up. And obviously this is high quality, otherwise your game is just going to look rubbish. Now I'd have master volume up and I'd have gameplay volume up. I don't really see any point of having these ones on as well. But I'm just a player that just plays without audio. I mainly do freestyle, so I don't think it's necessary to have audio. But for comp, it's actually pretty important to have audio on, so make sure your master volume stays up. Actually, I'll leave it here for now for you. Actually, no, I won't. It's like... But there's nothing else in this settings that are not default. So now for chat, I would also change this to teammates only a lot of the time, as there's not actually any point speaking to the other team really, and it just makes everything get toxic. So just keep it on teammates only, and everything's just default here. Nothing's different at all except from these two up here. These are different. And now for the quick chat, this is my quick chat, but it doesn't really matter too much. Just do whatever you want. I never use quick chat, but this is my ones if you're wondering. And now I'm going to show you a few of my presets. I actually think that the preset on your card does actually matter and depends how you play. For example, if I'm playing with one like this, I might not play as well as if I play with this one. So I've just got a few paint finishes for you to try. I always play better with Metallic Pearl or Exo. I don't know why, but I just always play better with Exo or Metallic Pearl. So I'd give it a go. And if you pick Metallic Pearl or Exo, I'd always pick black as the secondary, and also pick quite a dark colour for the primary. I just always play a lot better like that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's placebo or what it is, but I would give it a go yourself. Then for the boost, I always use black standard. I always think black standard's the best just in general play. I mean, obviously, I feel like if you had one like this, you just wouldn't play as well. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or whatever, but I would give it a go yourself and try it out. Then also for the trail, I always find myself playing better with just a normal classic black. Or you can use light speed black as well. That one looks pretty good. So I think just the more basic your car is, the better your play. I really do think that. So So I'd just mess around with these different decals and stuff as well, and see what you best play with, and just give it a go. And that's everything for this video. So make sure to sub, as I'm trying to hit 10k subs, and it's going to help me a lot if you sub, as every sub matters. Hit the like button, as I'm trying to hit 40 likes in this video. And also YouTube recommended you one of these videos, so make sure you go and watch those videos.